Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the second video of the Colourpop Shayla Perception Palette Series. This look I'm going to do just a olive green winged liner, mainly because I've done quite a few olive green looks lately and I don't want them all to start to look the same. So I was like, I need to do an olive green wing liner because I never do wing liner with like color. And this just shows you guys how you can use each of these eyeshadows. If it's something that you don't feel comfortable with putting all over your eye, you can use it as like a wing liner. So if you guys are interested in seeing this look, then please keep on watching. So before we get started, if you have not already hit the subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and tap that button down below. I just burped because I just had lunch. However, also turn on your post notifications so that way you guys know when I post, because sometimes YouTube lets you guys know and sometimes it doesn't let you guys know. So I get a few comments that people are saying like they don't get their notifications or they didn't see that I posted. So make sure you turn on the post notifications, or just make sure you check your YouTube account and come to my channel because I post usually every single day. So I'm just going to prime my lids and I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I do appreciate you guys commenting on the last video about the background. A lot of you guys were kind of like torn, so you guys didn't really give me a good idea, but most of you guys were like, if you're doing a talking video or a talk through video, do the vanity because it gives it a little bit more of a personal touch. And if you're going to do like a voiceover or something like that, do the backdrop, which I can 100% agree with you guys, because Jack is always telling me to flip around because it looks more personal with having the vanity behind me. But I don't know, I just wasn't happy with how it was looking, and now I feel like I'm at a point where I feel like it looks good enough to where I'm like, okay, we can do this. So that is pretty much why I flipped around. But now I'm gonna set my concealer, and I'm just using a NYX translucent setting powder. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. I do hope that all of you guys have this palette because it is a really nice product and it's a really affordable product. So I hope you guys have it. But if not, pull out any olive green eyeshadow and let's get to work. So on the first eye that I did take a little bit of, what is this, Culture, which is right here. I did take a little bit of Culture on this Sigma E52. It's a soft focus shader. I just took like the tiniest bit and just ran it over the lid. Don't ask me why I did this. I have no idea why I did it, and after I did it, I was like, it wasn't necessary, Lon. It wasn't necessary. So I ended up going back with my E58 and just like running over it so that way it doesn't look like too much, but I needed to do it again so that way one eye looked like the other, you know? Y'all know. So now for the hardest part, which is the wing liner. So I always use a base, so I am going to use the Stilazzi. This is the gel eyeliner, and this is in the shade Jet, so it's just matte black. And I am going to use this as my base liner. The brush that I'm using is a really tiny Stilazzi brush. Again, this is the Angled Mini, the brush that I used yesterday. This is the S203. Oh! Sorry. It's the S203, and it's really tiny and really precise, but I like using this brush for wing liner. It just, I don't know, it just takes my wing liner to the next dimension. So I'm gonna get really close to the mirror, and I'm gonna start out at the outer edge and just draw a line towards my tail. So sometimes I start in the middle of my eye and sometimes I start out here. If I'm just doing wing eyeliner, I like to start out here and just draw a line. And then I'm gonna flip that brush around so the pointed edge is going to face the tail of my brow. So I'm gonna take a little bit more, and then I'm gonna drag that back in, and I'm gonna close my eye and go all the way out like that. So now you have this kind of blank eyeliner. So now I'm just gonna go back because I kind of want to bring this up a little bit higher and just go over it a little bit more. So now you have an outline as to the liner, and the easiest part is filling this in. But what I'm gonna do is take a little bit more, and I'm gonna put the pointed edge So the point is here. I'm gonna put this towards my inner corner and then connect the two lines. So now I'm looking a little ragged, a little jagged. Looking in my viewfinder or looking in the mirror kind of helps me so I can see that like it's messed up. So now I'm just going to come from here and connect. And now the easiest part is filling it all in. So just color within the lines. All right, so now we have the wing liner. Now we just have to focus on coloring it. So black is kind of just like a white. Having a black base is very similar to having a white base. So white base, a lot of people like to use that to intensify the color, to really make it pop and really become intense. Black is that sort of the same way. And my lines are kind of jagged. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit more concealer off the back of my hand and kind of go over that, because I don't want it to look jacked. Oh yeah, quick fix, really easy fix. But like I was saying, a black liner is just like having a white liner, so it's gonna intensify that color. So that is why I filled it all the way in. You don't have to fill it all the way in if you don't want to, but oh my gosh, I just got line. We're just gonna forget about that for right now. I'm gonna use IE, which is the olive green shade in this palette. And I'm gonna take a Sigma Wing Perfector brush. It's an E68. It's a wing perfector brush. It looks like this. It's really, really big. So I'm gonna just go into that and pretty much just color over the liner. I'm gonna bring my mirror back in. And I'm just gonna trace right over the black. And also, since this liner is a little bit tacky right now, it's gonna kind of intensify the green, give it a little bit of a foiled kind of look. Okay, so I just fixed my other boo-boo, which is a little bit more concealer, but this is the look pretty much. I am going to put on a little bit of mascara, and I'm using the Benefit They're Real mascara. I never realized how much I would have liked this mascara. Like when it first came out, I was kind of like, but it's really, really nice. I actually really enjoy it. And then I'm gonna pop in a little bit of black liner to my waterline. This is the Rimmel Scandalize, and it's a waterproof eye kohl in the shade 01 Black. I'm just gonna pop this under here. And then the lashes that I'm using are from Shop Eden Rose again. These are D05s. I will have them linked down below, just like I had them linked in the last video. And these retail for about $19.99. They're faux mink lashes, but they're really fluffy and really curly. They're really nice. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and do my face, and I'm gonna come back for the lips and bottom lower lash line. I think I might like smoke it out or something like that. There's not a black in this palette, which I feel like is one thing that she's missing. There's a dark navy blue, but I feel like she could have taken like, I don't know, like shade instead of putting shade, which is a sparkly maroon. I feel like she could have put a black there instead, but you know, it's not my palette, not my thing, but I will be right back, you guys. Alright, you guys, so I am back, and as you can see, I just popped on the lashes, and they look really, really, really good. nice and long and fluffy, yet not overpowering, so where you can't see the liner. I have had some difficulty with my foldy eyelids. As you can see, I've had to conceal up here a few times, and that's quite annoying. But for foundation, I mixed two Cover FX foundations. I mix N100 and N90, a little bit more of N90 than N100. Perfect match. And then I use my KKW concealer and the baking powder. So I use these two. Like, you guys, like, I know when I did the review, I was like, I don't know. But this KKW concealer is, like, my favorite highlighting shade. It's not over yellowy. And I also like this baking powder more than I like my Sacha Buttercup. So I've been reaching for these two more than I've been reaching for, like, any other concealer and my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I don't set this with a sponge, I set it with a brush, but it is, I don't know, it's just something about this combo, but love it, love it, love it, love it. And I also set with the Dewy Finish Spray so that way I don't look too matte. Now, for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to smoke it out, just because I haven't done that in a while, so I think I'm going to just add a little bit of smokiness, and I'm going to use that same Rimmel eyeliner to the lower lash line. And as I mentioned, that is the one thing that I feel like is missing out of that Shayla palette is a black. So the black that I grabbed is the Sigma matte eyeshadow in the shade Control, and I'm just gonna smoke that onto the lower lash line. Well, not really smoke it, but I mean smoke it. Oh, no, I took the wrong E15 brush. Ugh, I need this one. And I'm just gonna take it really tight from the inner corner to the outer corner. And I keep this color right underneath of the lashes. So since there isn't like a brown, like a regular brown, I'm just gonna mix a little bit of Play It Out with Thic. Just a little bit of both of those to smoke out the black. And I'm using a Sigma E30 pencil brush to do so. And it just makes a world of a difference because it doesn't look super like tight or anything like that. So just smoking it out is the best thing you could do. You don't have to bring it really low either if you don't want it to be too smoky. And then now, just to intensify the black again, I'm just gonna go right back underneath of the lash line. So I don't think I'm gonna apply anything to the inner corner. I think I might kind of leave it just like this. I will run a little bit of the highlighter I use, which is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo, and just run a little bit underneath of the brow bone, just to highlight that a little bit, but like not like overly doing it, just enough. Yeah, so just enough to when like I turn, you can see it, turn, you can see it. And then we're gonna move on to the lips. So I'm gonna use this Clean Color lip liner. Yeah, make a mess also. This is in the shade Brown. This is one of my other really favorite lip liners. And just line my lips. And this one I find at my beauty supply store. It's really inexpensive. And then for the lipstick, I'm gonna go in with Quickie, which looks like this. So Quickie is like a peachy kind of nude. Pretty. Very pretty. Right now I'm just going over my lips a little bit with concealer because I over-aligned them. And I'm just kind of going over the sides just to kind of clean it up. Like that. So you guys, that wraps up my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It is really simple and really easy. I think this is probably going to be the easiest look that I do on my channel for this series, but nonetheless, I'm loving it. This olive green liner is so different, so poppin', and the smokiness. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check down below for all of the items that I use listed. If you have not picked up your Shayla Colourpop palette, what are you waiting for? We're only on video 2, and I hope I've already encouraged you to either play with your palette or buy this palette or whatever it may be. The bundle, I believe, was like $59 or $55, so not very expensive at all. Not expensive at all. But I love you all so much. I am going to check out of this video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Mwah. Bye, you guys.